I'm pleased to be here this morning with Lieutenant Governor Polito, Secretary of Transportation Tessler, Massachusetts Highway Safety Division Director Jeff Larson, AAA Northeast President and CEO John Galvin, and Mark Kremer to discuss the filing of an act relative to improving safety on the roads of the Commonwealth. Improving road safety across Massachusetts and updating our driving laws is a critical part of public safety, and our administration's partnered with the legislature in the past to enact several important reforms. For example, we were proud to sign the hands-free bill into law to crack down on distracted driving and added new work zone speed limits as part of the transportation bond bill. However, with more drivers returning to the roads, we need to build on these efforts to keep drivers safe. Over the past year, even with the decrease in driving during the pandemic, and maybe in part because of that, Massachusetts saw 334 roadway deaths, most of which were single-car accidents, and the primary cause in many cases was speed. This was almost even with the 336 deaths in 2019. We can certainly help prevent these traffic deaths, so today we're refiling several provisions and some new proposals to promote road safety. An act relative to improving safety on the roads of the Commonwealth includes a variety of provisions that are aimed at improving road safety for all commuters and updating our travel laws. The bill addresses all forms of travel: motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians. Most importantly, it will keep residents of Massachusetts safe and ensure that fewer travelers are killed on our roads. The legislation includes important provisions to ensure that the rules of the road are followed, and strict consequences if they're not. It builds on Haley's Law, which now requires real-time electronic communication from the Registry of Motor Vehicles to local police departments when a driver in their community is suspended for a serious offense. Haley's Law was named in memory of Haley Kramer, who was tragically killed by a driver with a suspended sentence. Haley's father, Mark, has worked tirelessly to implement the initial Haley's Law, and we're honored to have him here today with us as we introduce provisions to strengthen that statute. He's been working hard with Representative Phillips to get the language in these new provisions passed over the last few years, and we look forward to working with our colleagues in the legislature to get them signed into law. When the law was passed in 2015, it required the registry to notify local law enforcement when a driver in their community has had their license suspended for serious offenses. Unfortunately, some people still get behind the wheel, and today we're introducing new penalties to hold individuals who drive with a suspended license accountable. Today we're pleased to file a new provision that has enhanced penalties for drivers who drive after their license has been suspended. Enhanced penalties will apply where a person with a suspended license drives recklessly, causes serious bodily injury, or causes death, with fines and potential jail time. Another important proposal in this bill will allow law enforcement to stop motorists for not wearing a seatbelt, putting us in line with the 34 other states that already have this law in the books. We're also refiling language around commercial driver's licenses, updating laws to make sure that only safe and qualified drivers are able to operate some of the largest vehicles on the road. We originally filed this language in July of 2019 after our review of Massachusetts regulation of commercial driver's licenses following the tragic death of 7 individuals in New Hampshire, and we determined a broader need to strengthen the laws that we had on the books regulating commercial driver's licenses. Other provisions we're filing and refiling include establishing an advisory working group to review the use of electric scooters and other devices, mandating that drivers use a safe passing distance of 3 feet when traveling around bicyclists and pedestrians, expanding crash reporting requirements to include more information so we can better understand what types of accidents are occurring and why, and requiring all Commonwealth-owned and operated vehicles over 10,000 pounds to have side guards, convex mirrors, and crossover mirrors, mirroring the requirements that are already in place in Boston and Cambridge. Our roadways are a fundamental part of the Commonwealth's infrastructure. They serve as the main artery for our daily travels and commerce, and it's critically important that we keep them as safe as we possibly can. This requires constant adjustments based on factors like new technology and changes in travel modes and behavior. It also requires us to evaluate public safety data and collaborate with our colleagues in local government to understand the biggest challenges that law enforcement and safety officials are observing each and every year. We believe this road safety package we're filing today addresses some of the most pressing issues that are facing commuters, and we are confident passing this bill will help reduce roadway deaths and injuries and improve our transportation system safety overall. And we look forward to working with our colleagues in the legislature to get this done.